Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game of Shadows of Austin Changeling the Lost Cross Venue Edition. Today we're focusing on three hapless players who are on their way to the markets. Presently, we have Seamus, fresh off of a human eating incident. We have Ares, recently having run into some horrors from beyond Arcadia. And Mel, coming back to the markets because there are still things she would probably like to look into. The first one to arrive at the markets is Seamus, eager, ready, and finding that they are everywhere. There's a night market currently going on, a flea market of sorts, on the northeast side of Austin, far away from the police patrols, the FBI, and the ATF, which have been just overwhelming the city. I assume you're pulling up on your motorcycle, Seamus.
Yes, I am. And I don't have any of my normal biker leathers that serve as armor because they are now coated in police officer blood. So I left them at the bar.
All right. You pull up to the markets holding the ticket in hand that you had been passed, somehow got into your bedroom. You don't know how this flyer got onto the wall, but it was intriguing nonetheless. And as you walk in, you feel this air of this cool breeze blowing over you, this smell of nutmeg and pumpkin spice, followed immediately by the chill, that rarely felt sensation of fear. And as you look around, you notice that the stalls are not manned by people. They're manned by these strange creatures, some with pointed ears and narrow eyes, others with fishy palms, dripping water or oozing slime, plant-like monsters.
Well, this place is pretty weird. Seamus
Your
is going to start walking through the stalls and looking for a place that sells what he has a best guess would be an alcoholic beverage.
well, as he's looking, the first thing he realizes is that his sense of smell is he can feel what he's smelling. He can taste what he's seeing. He can have almost a sixth sense to what he hears, like words echoing minutes before they actually appear in his ears. And as he goes and looking for a drink, he notices a stall with a cauldron behind it and a man reaching out with bubbling offerings, or what could be loosely defined as a man. It reminds him of those squat goblins he's seen in those movies. What were they called? It was about some sort of Potter and things about phoenixes.
Seamus will approach the stall. What have you got there?
Well, we have plenty of fine offerings today for you, good sir. About
I
that, about
anything
that moment, Mel, he can see something unusual approaching him. Person, who looks vaguely. Well, I'll let Mel describe herself.
Mel, Mel in this place is very different than anywhere else you may have encountered her before. Um, Her eyes glow red and orange and gold. She has bright pink dyed hair around two horns coming off the sides of her head. She has thick black scales on the sides of her face going down around her neck. She also has a thick scaled tail that looks like it would be very painful to be hit with. Just wrapped casually around her waist like a belt.
Seamus will be intrigued at what looks like a dragon person lizard thing walking by and wonder if that's the lizard people that control the world.
As Mel is passing him, the bartender slides forward something for Seamus to try, and looks up at the wandering dragon creature. It smiles as she passes. Want a drink? Heather?
Mel will take a look at the drink. What are you offering?
Here, try this, he says, pushing you a purple-looking drink, not bubbling like Seamus's green goblet.
Is this stuff any good?
Try it. It's on the house.
She'll give it a sniff. It's on the house.
On the house. Once you try it, you can't get enough of it.
Seamus will down it without a second thought.
Mel is going to wait and see what happens to Seamus.
Seamus feels a warm burning in his gut, a sensation like blood on the back of his throat. He's not sure how he's tasting that far back, but he is. Regain a point of essence.
Awesome. I'm full on essence.
All right.
That was actually pretty good.
Well, he says, taking up a container. It looks like one of those old milk metal ones with 6 milk bottles full of bubbling green liquid, and sits on the table. We sell 6-packs. Motions at Mel to try hers.
What does it smell like?
Smells like blurple berries.
She'll go ahead and she'll go ahead and have a sip.
It tastes fruity, smooth, like a mixed drink with a shot of liqueur at the heart of it.
Oh, okay, that is good. She'll take her time drinking the rest.
Mel regains a point of glamour.
Yay!
Now, I've caught your attention and you see what I'm selling. Perhaps you'd also be interested in this, he says, putting another one out. It's just a single bottle. This contains something most precious.
And what might that be?
Liquid concentration.
Like Adderall?
If Adderall was candy, sure.
Mel has no real idea what Adderall is.
About this point, Ares notices that something is odd while he's walking around, ticket in his own hand. His peripheral mage sight is triggering always. Everything. Because thanks to the new rules, peripheral mage sight triggers whenever anything supernatural is happening and tells you immediately what is supernatural happening. Everything. The floor is supernatural. The stalls are supernatural. The creatures are doing something supernatural. Their products are supernatural. What the product is in is supernatural. The clothing they're wearing is supernatural.
Oh, investigate.
Did you want to activate your active mage sight?
I don't want to go blind.
Fortunately, you can't go blind activating active mage sight. It's not masturbation.
I activate it.
Which ones did you want to activate?
Prime and Fate.
Prime and Fate. Well, everything here is a combination of Prime and Fate. The ticket in your hand is Prime and Fate. You see people talking, and you see Prime and Fate hanging in the air. You see Fate just hanging in the air. Strange destinies are abounding all over you. Everything is a yantra. The floor is a yantra. The stalls are a yantra. The people are yantras. The person you're passing right next to you drinking a yantra is a yantra.
Okay. Can I what he's actually looking for something quite specific. But I guess we can head to the bar first.
All right. First thing you notice when you head to the bar is a lovely young woman and a Seamus would be the best term to describe him.
He looks like Brad Pitt in Snatch.
Sweet. A polite nod of his head towards Seamus, and he'll outstretch a hand for Mel since he's met her before.
Ha! I was muted. Ha ha. Mel will shake his hand. Hello. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
How are things?
Good.
Business.
Mostly.
Business is good.
Oh, quite good.
Oh, which line of business are you in?
Knowing things? He smiles.
Do you know where I could find a pack of werewolves that only hunts at night?
That's quite specific.
Never mind.
Fair enough.
My name's Seamus, by the way.
Aries. I'll shake his hand. What are you guys drinking?
I have no idea, but it's pretty good.
I have liquid concentration for sale. I also have more of what you just drank. He says, looking at Seamus, Mr.
Sure, I'll take a 6-pack. How much? And Seamus pulls out his wallet and starts getting regular money out.
We don't accept money here.
Mel gives the goblin a glance.
Wrong part of the market to use money, he says with a shrug.
That's fair.
But for this 6-pack here, you have something I really like.
What's that aside from my charming personality?
Your charming personality.
Watches what the fuck was just said.
You have a lot of
Seamus is
names
just
on you,
confused.
don't you?
I've been known to go by a thing or two.
Sell me one.
In exchange for a 6-pack?
Mhm.
It wasn't that good, man.
Never goes bad, never spoils, tastes great. Gonna be there waiting for you whenever you need it.
Looks over at Mel.
Saves you time on having to maybe hunt up some more.
I think I'll pass, mate. I like my names.
I'll throw in the bottle of liquid concentration.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about with that.
Restores your sense of well-being.
Seamus will turn to the two new friends he's made and say, "Is this common around these parts?"
I have no idea.
Incredibly.
Apparently it is.
You can buy and sell anything here. And, well, sometimes the price is anything.
Yeah,
Wait, what do you
sometimes
mean anything?
anything.
Anything.
Look around you. There's plenty for sale. You can find anything you're looking for here. If you have the right currency. Usually you have to have something to trade.
And you don't take money.
Well,
Not the kind of money that you would carry, at least. Credit cards. Cash.
I
And
haven't been able to qualify for a credit card in quite some time.
would you take his credit score?
No. Far too low. But I know if you go down there, third stall on the right, they'll sell you a credit score.
I've been getting by just fine with the credit I've built myself.
I so want to buy a credit score now.
I mean, what?
I so want to. Super stupid, but I so want to. Question, Mr. ST.
Yes.
Would I, before I got here, been able to roll that thing? I don't think you saw it on the right hand side.
I did. I thought I was trying to see if you had like a persistent spell up, but you can make the roll for red
Okay.
light, green light. Now. Miss, would you like to buy anything?
I might come back on my way out. I'm actually here for something specific, and I wouldn't want to trade away my payment for it.
Well, the night market's open only till 3. Have a good time.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass too.
Well, you have a wonderful day, Mr.
Bye.
Mr. Bye.
Mel Snickers.
Seamus isn't trucking with telling this guy any names.
Which dice roller are we in?
We're using extra dice roller 2.
Okay.
Further down, you can hear the sounds of someone calling out extra names for sale. Names. Got all the best names. No John, Dick, or Harry's here.
Excuse me.
All right, you
that was
succeed.
yeah.
Miss,
You-
you seem to know your way around here.
I do.
If I can buy anything here, I'd like to look for something that would make me a better fighter. Do you think you could help me find a stall that isn't going to rip me off?
That
Fine.
depends on what you're willing to part with.
Okay, I
Clearly,
was looking-
you're unwilling to part with a name. So
For a six-pack, yeah.
for the ability for something that would make you a better fighter.
I have the feeling I'm going to need to toughen up a little bit more in the coming weeks.
How
Black lung for sale. Diseases of all kinds. Polio, recently reintroduced to the United States, is on sale here.
Oh my god. You are the
Discount
worst,
bargains
man.
on measles.
Wait, polio? What? We got rid of polio? When?
I've seen this plot before. I'm not interested.
And how did it come back?
Shipment just came in from, looks over the list, British Columbia.
I'll keep that in mind.
You pass another stall. Voices for sale? All kinds of voices for sale?
So, Mr. Bai, how do you want to be a better fighter? Do you want to be stronger, faster?
Stronger would be good. Being able to take more of a hit would be good. Faster is also good. Just general improvements.
Stronger, dirtier, and faster.
Make me the $6 million double dollar man.
Ares would sort of look and say, and is there a reason why the gym doesn't work?
Jim's not fast enough.
Better, faster, stronger. We sell all your arms and equipment needs here at the Black Heart.
That seems awfully convenient. Does that also happen a lot around here?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Actually.
You look to your left and you didn't notice the stall before, but there's a massive L-shaped stall with weapons and armor there. You'd think you would have noticed it before, but apparently you missed it.
I will cautiously approach this stall.
On the table you see swords and guns, magazines. You see pole arms and shields, cuirasses, hauberks, a samurai's helm, and he looks over at Seamus. I hear you're looking for some equipment, yes?
I'd be willing to make a trade for something to help me be a better fighter. Though it looks like you have mostly weapons here, and I'm a man who speaks with my fists.
An understandable way of fighting. I assume you prefer to get your claws wet, yes?
Aye.
Interesting. And you're a man of your word. So you'd be willing to adhere to any deal or arrangement that we could come to.
I deal fairly, yes.
Then you have come to the right place. For those who fight with their fists can sometimes find useful, or perhaps more importantly, elegant choices. Do you prefer to use your claws more than your fists, or your fists more than your claws?
Oh, that depends if I'm fighting for real or fighting for fun. If I'm fighting for fun, I use my fists because I want the guy to be able to get back up and come fight me again later. But I'm more worried about when I need to fight with my claws.
Mm. And you need to survive such incidents, yes?
Yes, that would be preferable.
Well, then I have something of interest to you. He says, setting down on a stool to reach down beneath his thing, comes up from the stall with it looks like a chainmail shirt made of tiny plates instead of rings. Like dinner plates.
Like China?
Mm-hmm. Complete with little elegant flowery designs on them.
You sure that's gonna help me?
He picks up a gun from his counter,
Mel ducks.
hands it over.
Sidestep duck.
By all means, please. He says, putting it on. Shoot me.
I will
In the chest, of course.
shoot this creature in the chest.
The gun fires, recoiling hard in your hand. You see the bullet smash into him, and he gets knocked onto his stool. and you see that the bullet has become a little, not indention, but a actual picture of a bullet on one of the plates.
Oh, wow. That is pretty cool.
And look, no messy cleanup as well. It is hand wash only. He says, taking it off.
All right. You've got my interest.
Excellent. Perhaps you have something, Marshall, you're willing to sell that you don't need.
I do have a couple of tricks up my sleeve that I would be willing to part with.
Excellent. Excellent. I see that you're a fairly athletic young man, he says, motioning towards his arms.
Not too athletic. Strong, yes, but I hate running. Cardio is the worst.
Well, then you don't have to worry about the name more. I'll sell it to you for the measly cost of some of your athleticism.
How much of my athleticism?
We'll say just a little off the top.
And what exactly does this do other than protect you from bullets?
Well, it protects you from other things. Knives, swords. Not quite as fancy, of course, against them. He says, taking a knife and stabbing at it. Plates just rattle. But it is, of course, finely crafted.
I think we can come to a deal here.
Excellent, he says, spitting on his hand and then extending it.
Seamus will spit on his hand and extend it as well.
All right. You can blue book and let your ST know you sold a dot of athletics and picked up a level 2 token. It's a chainmail vest that happens to be 5-3 instead of 3-1. Also, if you get shot with any ranged weapon, it turns the projectile into a picture on one of the plates.
The 3 or just...
It's no, this is a 2-point token.
No, I mean the ranged attack becomes a picture.
Yeah, ranged attacks become a picture on it. Just a stylistic thing added to it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And the stats on it is 5-3 instead of 3-1 for armor.
Got it. Man, this is a conspicuous item, but it's gonna do me real well.
When you walk out of here, you're going to be surprised what it actually looks like. But
oh yeah, changelings are
Yep.
weird.
Yep, you're only seeing through the main right now because you have the ticket. I'm seeing through the mask, I should say.
Well, I'm excited to see what it looks like.
So, and I'll describe that for you as soon as you leave. But for now, looks over at Mel. Is there anything I can do for you?
I think I'm well suited in terms of combat. Actually, do you have any claw enhancers?
I unfortunately do not. If I did, I would have tried to sell them to this very intelligent and wise young man.
What about fang enhancers?
That is, well, now that you mention it, I do have the lethality you're looking for here, he says, pulling out a cupcake and putting it in front of her. You eat it, and you'll become more lethal.
All of me?
Not all of you. You were looking for an enhancement to your claws. I forgot that I could sell this one to you.
Well, I was actually thinking about a gift for someone else.
Well, I can gift wrap the cupcake. Would they prefer lizard skin or the flesh taken from a recently deceased human?
I would say lizard skin, unless you have something like spider silk.
I don't at this time, but this claw enhancer is quite lethal to your mean. Does everything you're asking for, and I will throw in the lizard gift wrap for free.
Thank you very much. Now, let's talk price.
My favorite thing to talk. In your case, there's quite a bit for you to sell. I would do it for. Looks her up and down. How about your. Your skill with knives and swords?
Mm,
Perhaps I ask for too much. Your senses, maybe, and perhaps something else?
huh. What about what about some of my skill in athletics?
I'll take that. Yes, yes. I'm building up quite the repository of it. So, yes, he says, extending a hand after spitting in it towards her.
Mel will spit in her hand and shake his to seal the deal.
And he will carefully wrap it in a lizard skin package and then hand it to her. It even has a snake skin bow on top.
Oh, that's fancy.
Please blue book that, and whoever your poor ST is will remove the athletics dot. And then that brings. He looks over at Ares. Yes. Perhaps you have something you would like to buy here today.
You don't have. Do you have magical armaments?
I do, and I have just the kind that you prefer, no less. I have a wand that will launch fireballs at your foes. He says, putting that on the table carefully. It looks like a stick with a couple of leaves on it.
Not necessarily firepower. I was thinking, is there a shop nearby that would be able to procure something that would sort of make me a better Harry Potter?
You want to be able to fight better without arms, is what you're looking for.
Exactly. Even though making things go boom does seem like fun.
You're in
Picking up.
luck. I recently acquired, he says, reaching down below and pulling out a box of chocolates, these slightly used but still effective um, memories of physical training. My last two customers, in fact, had some for sale.
What kind of training and what?
Your ability to run and jump and avoid being hit. I hear that's all the rage.
Um, I fail to understand how this would make me a better that would set me above the bar in my competition.
Uh, you fight individuals who have the capability of striking you in close quarters combat with their hands and fists, yes?
In a sense.
It could prove useful to you to be able to handle yourself in such a fashion. Or were you looking for something more offensive?
Uh, hmm. Perhaps. Maybe something I'll be willing to buy that and something more offensive.
Excellent. Well, I don't have anything for you physically, but is a stall further down that does. However, if you wanted to perhaps outfit yourself with the latest in custom ported firearms, I can offer you the Cold Iron 3000. Not actually made of cold iron.
Hmm.
He pulls out a what looks like a Desert Eagle, but it has custom porting on the front, modified to accept a oversized compensator with a flared magwell for easy reloading and a textured grip in case your hands get wet.
Hmm.
That's quite the powerful piece. One shot from this, and your victim will be in agony.
How much would that and the chocolates cost?
Well, this pistol is well balanced and potent. I could part with it for no less than a memory.
A memory?
Yes, the memory of the day that you joined your order. And then the gun is yours.
And the chocolates as well?
For the chocolates, I would need something a bit more substantial. He says with a knowing smile, would you perhaps be willing to sell me something like your force of personality?
force of personality and a memory, you said, correct?
Yes. Of course, you could always make a counter offer if you have something more valuable. But I would be willing to part with this gun and these chocolates for such a price.
Hmm. I'll come back. Shakes his
Very
head.
well. And we will always be open for business. Pausing for a moment, Corey, who are you bringing into this scene? Corey? Corey. All right, so probably got DC'd or some issue. Then we will continue. So,
No, I'm here. I was just listening in.
oh, Corey. So, who are you bringing into the scene?
Oh, right now I'm just listening in.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if you were going to be bringing a character. In that case, moving on to the next set of stalls. The group is wandering. I assume talking as they go.
Yeah,
Sure.
This is wearing a goofy dinner plate vest. So, do you think, like, if I wear a baggy enough sweatshirt over this, people won't be able to see it? Because I feel kind of like an asshole walking around looking like this.
I'd recommend a trench coat. Something like the one I'm wearing. You can hide just about anything under one.
Maybe I'll have to look into that, though long coats don't really mix well with motorcycles.
You ride a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. I had quite a collection back in Chicago, but I only brought the one with me.
Ah, shame.
Well, you know how it is. It's time to move on and can't bring too many things with you.
Actually, yes, I do.
Finally made coats for sale. Finally made coats.
You know what I could really use is some true love.
Bottle true love. We have that right here. Make anyone fall in love with you.
Okay, this place is really weird.
Welcome to the night market. No.
The locations of all your enemies on a long list, also for sale.
Oh,
now
hold
that
on.
has my attention.
Mine as well.
Oh, well.
Mel will head on over to the booth.
Lovely,
Seamus will go with her.
lovely looking young woman with bright blonde hair and strawberry blossoms flowering in it. So what can I do for you today?
I couldn't help but overhear your hawking. One of your wares is the locations of all your enemies on a long list.
Yes, welcome to, she says, motioning to the sign above, the laundry list. We have everything you're looking for. The person who made fun of you in 5th grade, that asshole who cut in front of you in line yesterday, or even the person who has threatened to kill everyone you know and love.
Interesting. Now, when you say the locations of all your enemies, is that Your personal enemies or people who are in enmity to you?
And right you are to ask those questions, for the devil truly is in the details. It depends on how much you're willing to pay. We have, of course, lists in various sizes. We can start off with the budget list, which could just be a single individual that you will be selected for you at random, or all the way up to everyone who feels any degree of hatred towards you ever.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't think you have a book that's big for me.
Oh, but Seamus, we do, she says, reaching out from underneath there. We have the Endless Grimoire, she says, dropping it. Also for sale. For the simple payment of 10 years off your life.
Oh my God.
10 years?
When you say the location of our enemies, is that just where they are right now and it'll be useless in 25 minutes?
Well, for those of you who want to get the most out of your list, we also come in different types of packages. You can have the where are they now? Where will they be? Or you can have a mix of the two in a gift basket assortment.
Mm, What about a list of their known hideouts?
We don't sell known hideouts. You'd have to go down past 4th Street, down to Stateside, and then cross that over to Martin Luther King Boulevard. And then once you're by the railroad tracks, you'll see the person. They come by usually every couple of hours on the back of a boxcar.
Okay. Thank you.
But if you're looking for locations, we have locations.
Do you have maps?
Why would we have maps? This is the laundry list.
I mean, it is the laundry list. You said you have locations. I was wondering if those locations included maps.
GPS coordinates we've modernized.
Ah,
So, some of the people around here made me think of a movie. No offense. Do you have anything like that map from Harry Potter that tracks where people currently are and updates?
A Marauders map.
Oh, you're looking for one of those mystical maps and compasses. Unfortunately, I don't have any to sell, but if someone's willing to part with hers in exchange for some of the known locations.
some of the known locations of my enemies? Or
In
his?
exchange for your compass. Either.
Huh.
I'll sell you either.
Would this be one deal or two separate deals?
Well, I would just be buying the contract from you in exchange for whichever enemy list and whatever package you're looking for. And because you're such a great customer, I will throw in a free goblin fruit. I think I have a stab apple, she says, putting it on the table.
Ooh, a stab apple. Who's
What is a stab apple?
They're really delicious. You can make all sorts of beverages and foods out of them, though I think you would be really into a different type of fruit. But one customer at a time, would you be willing to sell your compass for your enemies and their current locations? Or maybe their locations next week. Either works. You know, because you're really special, I'll even say that I can do you a deal and tell you where to be next month if that's how far out you want to wait. I know planning is a thing.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Aw. Well, I tried.
Ares will step up. So all of the locations of all of my enemies.
Mhm.
How long does that last?
Well, it's good for the moment I give it to you. Or the future time. if you want it for next week, I'll tell you where they will be exactly at. She looks at her watch, which looks like a giant, which she pulls out of you don't know where from her pocket, but it's a giant, oversized watch. You know, one of those pocket watches with gold trim and the little knob on top attached to a chain. Well, considering right now it is 7:56 p.m., I will be able to tell you at 7:56 p.m. will it be in exactly 1 week, as an example.
So I would be willing to negotiate a name and location of someone who is a strong and very known enemy. Very important information in exchange for information about all of the enemies from a particular order.
Oh, you're looking for all of them from an entire order. Well, that's a little harder, but for you, I could make an exception.
In 3 months?
3 months?
Preparation is the thing, my dear.
I can't go out that far, but if you come back in 2 months, I can.
2 months?
I could tell you where they are in 1 month. If you want further out, I'm not sure you would have the means to pay.
2 months.
2 months? You wound me, sir, but 2 months. You're so cute. Sure. All I need for their locations for the entire order, you said, yes?
Yes.
Your order?
Yes, my specific one.
Oh, your specific one. Well, I would need someone's true name. Yours. Or if you could sell me another member's. Because without it, I can't track further enough back for that. 2 months? Just your real name? Or someone else's from your order?
Good God. Trying to get me killed.
No, it's just how the magic works.
And it would have to be somebody from my
Someone currently in your order in good standing. Because if it's someone who's out in bad standing, all that's going to come back is your order. It's a good deal. I'll even throw in a goblin fruit for you as well.
That's just a little bit too steep. Maybe I'm asking for too much.
It is a lot. You know how magic works.
I do indeed.
And what about you, Seamus?
I'm really more interested in if I had some type of compass or map for one specific set of foes.
Well, I can't help you there, unfortunately.
Sounds like you can't.
Well, if you decide to change your mind, I'll always be here.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can't justify that. No other way you cut it.
Take care.
Take care.
Stranger. Remember, the markets are mostly always open.
Hmm. Well, do you want to try and find the guy by the train tracks?
Sounds like that would be more helpful to you as well.
It might be.
Sure.
So I thought your stock and trade was knowing things.
There's
Me?
there's knowing things and knowing things that part of knowing things is knowing the price of things.
I can see that.
Look, I've been here before. I know what a steep price is and what isn't. I know what's fair, and I'll be honest with you, unless that hawker could do something, my compass wouldn't help you.
Then it's a good thing that I didn't try to buy it from him.
Besides, I still need it for something really important.
What does your compass do?
It'll help you find lost pieces of someone.
Bottled will for sale. Anyone want some bottled will? Memories lost and found. We have depressing nightmares, and we have wondrous dreams. I assume the group is going to leave the night market and make their way down to the tracks.
Yes.
How
Yep.
are you guys getting there?
How far away is it?
South side of the cities, and you guys are on the northeast side.
I've got my
Uber?
bike.
You want to split an Uber, Aries?
Sure, we can split an Uber.
All right, we'll meet you there.
All right. So they're going to split a cab and I will drive there?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds
So you
good.
guys all arrive at the location, waiting for the next hour to come up upon you. Waiting. 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 You hear the sound of a train coming. You see the crossing things come down. Their red and white stripes telling people not to cross, and the flashing red light. You hear the ding, 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 ding as you see the train coming.
Mel, take a couple steps back just to be safe.
Ding, 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 ding. And the train's approaching. It's an old steam engine with the coal truck in the back and painted red passenger cars, box cars behind them. And it comes to a stop with one of the open box cars where you see that there are people selling and buying and trading. You see a conductor with a pot belly step forward and a double chin, pull out his conductor's watch. All aboard!
Looks at Mel.
Come on.
Step up then.
She'll step up on.
Seamus will step on as well.
Train starts up, driving away. And soon the train is going into the forest. And as the forest is passing you by and you guys are looking around the wondrous things, you notice the trees have become more like brambles, the leaves turning into pointed needles. You're passing through what looks like walls of a hedge maze. on tracks that are no longer made of iron and steel, but of some strange plant. And, well, you see there's at least 4 or 5 shopkeepers in this particular boxcar. One of them motions at you. You there! You look like you're lost and looking for something.
Looking for someone who can sell the locations, the known hideouts of my enemies.
Hideouts. Yes, you're looking for treasure, aren't you?
You could say that.
The best kind of treasure. Treasure that you have an attachment to. Treasure that doesn't want to be found. Come closer.
She'll take a couple steps forward. Kind of shake her hair so that it falls over her face.
We sell them all. The locations of treasure. For a price.
What kind of treasure locations do you sell?
Well, I have one here, he says, reaching underneath the stall, pulls out a parchment bound by a red string and sealed with wax. I have one here that will lead you to that which you hate most.
That is very valuable.
I have another one here, he's just reaching down, that will lead you to that which hates you most.
That is intriguing information.
I have one here that will lead you to the people who want to cause you the most harm.
That seems pretty valuable.
And I have one here that will lead you to those who you wish to do the most harm.
All very, very useful information. I assume comes with a steep price.
Well, considering these maps are so valuable, yes. Yes, they are. But you, my dear, have something I do want.
What would that be?
I want your friendship.
My friendship?
Yes, you have a friendship. I'll buy it from you.
My friendship with whom?
A lovely young woman, not that important to you. Her name is Penelope.
Why would you want my friendship with Penelope?
No reason at all. Just seems pretty valuable.
It is valuable, yes, but
You can always make new friends, he says with a grin.
I could make new friends, yes, but I can't replace them as people.
Eh,
I'd consider it if you could guarantee you would not sell it to any who wish her harm.
you know that's not how the markets work. Everything is for sale. Well, you must be someone who knows a fine map when they see one, he says, looking at Seamus. What about you?
So this map will take me to where the person I want to hurt the most is right now.
That one will. The one next to it will take you to the person who wants to hurt you the most.
And in 20 minutes, they'll be somewhere else.
No, it's good till you find them.
Okay, I like this map. I like the one for the people that I want to hurt the most.
You like both of them or just one of them? I can sell both.
They're probably the same. I'll take the one for the people I want to hurt the most.
Very well. It is a one-time deal, of course. We'll lead you to that person once. As soon as you reach them, it's on you.
I understand.
Excellent. So, the terms are there of what my map will do for you.
And what do you want from me?
There's a lot I want from you. You have quite a bit that I could use. Your blood, for instance.
How much of my blood?
No. I'd like the very nature that makes you who you are.
Oh, what stirs my blood?
Yes.
I understand.
I'll take that.
You're looking for anything else that's less to the core of my being. I just saw you offer a friendship.
Ask her how important that friendship is to her.
I will look over at Mel.
She's priceless.
And these maps will take you to someone in a priceless fashion. Tell you what, I'll sell you both of them.
Is it the person that wants to hurt me the most right now, or the person who wants to hurt me the most once I open the map?
It is the person who wants you to hurt you the most the moment you open that map.
You know what? You've got yourself a deal. I can use the first map now, and then I can save the second map for when I need it.
Great. I just need you to. He puts a canteen in front of him. Bleed into this for me.
I will, I guess, shift into Dalu because I don't have any weapons on me, and draw a claw across my hand and bleed into the cup.
I truly appreciate this.
Hopefully, I don't regret this.
If you regret it, come back and we can make a deal. He says, laughing. Here. Thank you. He says, once you bled into it a little, we don't need all your blood. We don't need all of that. Keep some. I need you alive, after all. The maps are yours. Take them.
I will take the 2 maps.
Mel will turn back to the goblin. So, I have an offer.
That's rare. We don't usually get offers.
I'm not willing to sell my friendship with Penelope, but it is what you're most interested in.
Well, it's something important to you. Kind of to the core of who you are.
It is. But from what I can see, any of these things are marvelous treasures.
That's all I sell are marvelous treasures. I'm not like some of those other vendors selling half-price knickknacks and soulless wonders. I sell you exactly what you need and want. I sell heart's desires.
What if I sold you my friendship? My personal friendship?
With whom?
With you?
We don't have a friendship.
Not yet.
I see what you're doing, and it's not bad. Tell you what. Think on it carefully. And now, what about you? You've been pretty quiet. He says,
Just
looking at Eric.
watching. But
You need a durable good, though.
what I need, which is the most important thing for someone like me, which is wisdom. Knowledge.
Knowledge. See,
Priceless.
you've come to the right place. Well, I have knowledge for you. The best kind of knowledge. I have supernal knowledge.
Interested.
I have a map to your watchtower.
What? What do you want for it?
The only thing that matters when it comes to your kind. Your wisdom. He says, putting it on the table in front of him. Map to your watchtower.
And how long does the map last?
As I said, you needed a durable good, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
It will be in your head for as long as you live.
Damn, that's a good deal. I'll take it.
Done. I need you to this is gonna be a little weird. He says, picking up a book, hit yourself with this. In the head. I recommend the forehead. Hurts less. What he handed you looks like an Encyclopedia Britannica, if you recognize that old type of encyclopedia.
He hits him in the head with it. He hits himself lightly on the head.
That was not hard enough.
He'll give himself a nice whap.
Thank you, he says, taking it. Kisses the book. Always something to trade. Miss, your friends understand the value of the goods I sell. You won't find a much better deal anywhere else.
I'm sure I wouldn't, and it's very tempting. But you need something that's the core of my being.
And you're not willing to part with that. Well, thank you for coming to my stall then.
I did not say I wasn't willing to part with it.
That's the bad.
You want something that's a core of my being. I can offer something deeper than my friendship with Penelope. I could give you my thread.
Oh, Missy. Well, is that your final offer?
That is my final offer.
I'll make you the same deal then.
My thread for the map of that which I hate most.
I'll give you both of them. After all, it wouldn't be do me kindness if I looked like I was ripping off one customer over another. So, here you go. Both of the maps. That which hates you most, and that which you hate most.
Thank
Together.
you.
I do need you to do me a favor, though, before you walk away. You know, payments and all.
Of course.
Holds up a compact mirror. I need you to kiss the mirror.
Mel will open up the mirror and give it a kiss.
He closes it, puts it under. You three know a good shop when you see one. I hope you have a wonderful day. I think this is your stop, he says, motioning with a grin as the train comes to a stop. You can see out the boxcar door that you're in the middle of the city street somehow.
Step out.
Mel
I
will
will
follow.
step out.
You step out and you find you guys are currently halfway across the city again. You're in Uptown, standing in front of Crosshairs. There's no sign of the train once you step out.
How interesting. Well, this isn't exactly what I came for, but it's better.
As far as you guys can see, it's still night.
If we're outside of the Goblin Market area, what does my shirt look like?
Ah, yes. Your shirt looks, well, your chainmail shirt, instead of looking like plates, looks like a series of kind of rusted pieces of metal, like tons of zippers on a jacket who's missing its what are those things called? Sorry. Its sleeves. Like they were ripped and torn. Lots of pieces of wiring sticking out and
How does this look worse than the dinner plates?
That That's magic, dear. That's the magic of the item.
Oh my gosh.
That's when you see Penelope walking down the street.
Mel will go up to her.
Who's
Oh,
that?
you look over. You hardly recognize her, but you've seen her before. It's that beautiful woman, that bewitching woman from the meeting who looked kind of like a princess, who really, really looks absolutely alluring. For Seamus's benefit, because I don't believe Seamus has seen Penelope,
He has not.
this would be Penelope. And advanced striking looks. Bewitching.
Oh, okay.
Unearthly levels of beauty.
Penelope, you're not out by yourself, are you?
She looks confused. No, She motions at a nearby car. Just was going into the shop on my own. Being watched by some people from the summer court today.
Okay.
Daryl called in some favors since, we helped get him back. Who's your friends?
Oh, this is Arias and Seamus.
It's very nice to make your acquaintance, ma'am.
Oh, it's a pleasure, she says, looking at more of his chest and his eyes, kind of nervously.
We made a trip to the night market.
Oh, you did? Wait, the night market?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that on the other side of the city?
It is, yes.
I guess you were missed having you around. I mean,
One of
we were hanging out yesterday and everything.
I missed you too.
Make any good deals? She says, looking at all three of them.
Mm.
As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, we all did.
I got the world's ugliest shirt.
Clearly. I'm sorry. So, you were just at the night market all day?
Sort of.
She nods her head. Well, since it's Friday, did you want to go get a bite to eat?
Only if I get to pay for you.
Okay.
Shoulder.
Thank you. Are you joining us, Mr. Seamus?
I could go for a bite.
Great. As I said, it's Friday, so we should go to Fridays.
Okay.
That is the place to go on a Friday night.
All right. Does anyone else have anything for me?
He's definitely hitting on her all night.
He is laughing nervously the entire time, like jokes and everything.
Like- Mel has a tail on Penelope all night.
And what about Seamus?
Seamus is like thrown. Her advanced striking looks is bewitching. So he's just like entranced by her. He's not hitting on her, but he is like obviously paying attention to her the whole night.
Yep. And even with his intelligence, he will remember her and her beauty forever. It is the flaw of advanced striking looks.
Until he trades it away at the Goblin Market.
Yes. And with that, everyone's laughing and enjoying themselves at dinner, and no one notices the black car driving away.
Oh God damn it!
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a great evening.